Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Jedi Mantis Tastes. We've got another malt lined up for this month, and this month it is another new on the market, bottling, this time by Jura. You may remember back in last year, we did try a Jura whiskey on the channel. It was the unpeated one. It was very nice. Jura often knocking it out of the park. Very nice malts that grow on you. The more you drink a Jura, the more you appreciate it. This one is instead of very new on the market. I've picked it up at a supermarket again, this time at Morrison's, and it was £50, and when I got to the till it was actually reduced from £62. It is available on the Whisky Exchange at around £58. So if you look around, you can find it between that sort of price range. Not available on masterofmalt.com yet. It's called Seven Wood, so it is influenced by 7 select French and American oak barrels for a rare balance and depth with a hint of smoke. The Jura distillery established in 1810. Obviously it's an island whiskey. The bit on the back, welcome to Jura, a few miles off the west coast of Scotland you'll find our island, remote, sometimes wild, yet always beautiful, home to 200 islanders, one road, one pub and one distillery. Since 1810, this unique island malt has been our greatest endeavour and our greatest reward. Its creation, the heart of an unbreakable bond between our island, our people and our whisky. So very much storied history to Jura. We probably covered that in the last video, so you can check that one out if you want to learn a little bit more about the distillery itself. There's a picture on the back here of the island. Small island there, obviously only 200 people living on it. So Jura Seven Wood, it's a 42% volume. That's a bit different. You often see sort of like a 44 or 40, maybe a 45, 42, slightly different. Don't see many 42s around. Remarkable ingenuity defines the people of Jura, an ability to reimagine and reinvent that has allowed our distillery and its working community to thrive. Such vision has brought to life this complex single malt, a fitting tribute to our master blender's skill, having been shaped by 7 separate oak woods, first fill ex-bourbon American oak, and then some French names that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. I'll dot them around the screen because I could not pronounce them if I tried. So it's influenced by 7 select French and American oak barrels for rare balance and depth with a hint of smoke. Mahogany gold in colour, so we're probably looking at a dark colour here, with an aromatic fusion of coffee, ginger spice and a hint of chocolate, followed by caramelised peach, chewy licorice and candied orange with a hint of sea spray and smoke in the aftertaste. If you watched my year in review, I picked my top 5, you'll remember the old Pulteney had very much that sea spray taste to it, which really helped it rank where it did. So I'm looking forward to this one. Taking the bottle out, you can see it's got that typical sort of like twin curved side bottle that almost all Jura have. Again, very sort of like modern yet simplistic labelling. The black with the white, the bronzy sort of colouring to it. Notes matured in American white oak, ex-bourbon and all them French things. Established 1810, Isle of Jura, 42%. You can see it is quite a dark colour in the bottle. Obviously it always looks a bit darker when there's such a big volume of liquid, so it might look a lot lighter when we pour it into the glass, but having said that, let's pour it into the glass. Take that foil seal off. Cork's well in there, sweet little pop there, and let's get a bit poured into our glass here. As you can see, it is a lot lighter in colour in the glass. Interesting note as well, it's not a natural colour, this one. It is achieved using colouring. So that's it there. We'll judge the colour now because we judged the colour before the water. So yeah, it is darker than a normal whiskey, but as I said, that is a colouring. Just helps sort of like people associate, I think, the colour. You hear of whiskey, you expect that golden amber colour to it. But as you've seen, we have tasted some very light in colour, which don't have any colourings added, and they taste just fine. So let's have a little drop. We need a little bit more than normal, with it being that 42%. So add that in, give it a swell, loosen up those aromas. So we're looking for coffee, ginger, chocolate. Picking up the ginger. Very slight hints of the coffee. Obviously it's very lightly smoked, and it's so lightly smoked that with that water in there, I'm not picking up any smoke. So it's a very light smoke. I often associate smoke and peat as being the same thing. It doesn't say peated, it says smoked, so it might not have that same strength to it. Not getting a lot of chocolate flavour into it, but the gingery spiciness is there on the nose. A very unexpected taste. Very different to the way it smells, in a good way. Nice sort of warmth to it. That sea spray coming through. Again, very, very subtle on the smoke. Not much there of that at all. Don't know if you heard that, but I apologise if you did. Some idiot outside on a quad bike or something. That's remarkable how different the taste is to what you would expect, judging from the smell. The smell suggests one thing, the taste totally different. But in a very nice, acceptable way. Not pulling a lot of fruit. It does mention caramelized peach. Not really getting that. There is a sweetness to it. But I'm not pulling out a lot of the fruit. It's more the spice. If you watched last month with the Singleton, very different sort of like strength to it, this one. A lot more richness to it. Quite full-bodied compared to the last month's malt. This is a nice malt. I do like this one. Not even picking out a lot of, considering there's a lot of oak in there. That cork is very big. The cork is much bigger than the hole, but that's a good thing. I have a little bit there now without the water, see if that changes everything. It certainly did last month. Let's try this month. So the colour, obviously darker than when the water's in it. It has got that richness. A lot more compact. Very hard to pick out any sort of notes in there now. A lot more, got a hint there. There's the candied fruit. There's the ginger and the coffee. It's Still not getting the chocolate. There it was. That's a nice aroma without the water. Little hints of smoke. Thicker. More smoky. A lot more intense. Nicer. I think that's the thing I always say, it's always nicer without the water. I think there's been a couple have been nicer with the water, but generally much more announced. That's superb. The smoke just arrives at the back of the nose, back of the throat, where they meet. The licorice is there now. Still not getting a lot of the fruit. Not so much the fruit on the taste. A little bit on the nose without the water. There is that candied fruit there. But on taste, not so much. It's just spicy, licoricey goodness. It's fantastic. Just trying to think what I've tried this year. This could be the best malt I've tasted this year. This is absolutely stunning. That is worth its money, worth its cost. £50. I'd have paid the 62. I'm glad I didn't, but I would have. 7 Wood. Have a little bit more. This is a one I think it's going to take a few glasses to fully appreciate what Jura have achieved here. This is absolutely fantastic. It's smooth yet rich, intense. It goes down a treat. The flavours just work. It's a nice finish. It warms the mouth, doesn't really touch the throat. Something special about Jura. They are a major power, in my view. I would tell anyone to go and try that. That is fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. And I would say that is my, so far, number one whiskey of 2018. But we will end it there. Do let me know if you what your thoughts on Jura are. If you've tried the 7 Wood, let's have a discussion down below. If you've tried it, or if you plan to try it. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't really describe how nice that is. It's complex, it's full, it's such a big depth of flavour, much better without the water. Worth its money. £50 Morrison's, £58 thewhiskeyexchange.com or .co.uk. It will be available on other websites. They're the ones I check. Not currently available on masterofmalt.com, but keep an eye out for that, because that one is very much a whiskey to try. A one that new out, fantastic. That's where we're going to end it. Try it, and I will see you here next month for another Jedi Mantis Tastes.